Grandma often told me she knew it peaceful here. The war took all the vigor, war took the best from here. When the wind turns and blows the leaves from the trees, I see the days grow shorter, I feel the nights grow cold. Young people feeling restless, old people feeling old. I sense the darkness clearer, I feel a presence here. A change in the weather, I love this time of year. To thrive in business, then came that early snow. They lost their livestock that year, they lost their sheep and goats. They sold the farm in springtime, went south to work the boats. When the wind turns and blows the leaves from the trees, I see the days grow shorter, I feel the nights grow cold. Young people feeling restless, old people feeling old. I sense the darkness clearer, I feel a presence here. A change in the weather, I love this time of year. Passed away. Long time since there's been trouble, that's what the people say. I told the new man when I sold the farm today. When the wind turns and blows the leaves from the trees, I sense the darkness clearer, I feel a presence here. A change in the weather, I feel so feeble here. I hear some Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes in the 50s Raymond land. Where's the skies? Do not envy who sees, looks out his eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. You think you want to see through all the lies. You think you'd like to see past death with X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes, X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes, X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes. Do not envy who sees beyond the veil. Don't look there, but not if nature's veil. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. You think you want to see the truth, but if you knew you cannot do, you look away with X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes, X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes, X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes. Do not lift the veil of the skies. 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 Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. With X-ray eyes. With X-ray eyes. X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes. Do not envy the man with the X-ray eyes.
Step into a world of strangers, into a sea of unknowns, even friends, potential danger, secrets wound around their bones. Everybody else has got one, packing high caliber heat. If you don't wanna be dancing, you don't dare miss the beat. Keep the hammer back, don't keep the safety on. Keep the hammer back, till the living shadow's gone. Maybe out glorified there in a heaven if you don't keep the hammer back. Keep the hammer back, hammer back. Don't keep the safety on. Keep the hammer back to the living shadows gone. Keep the hammer back, hammer back. Don't keep the safety on. Keep the hammer back to the living shadows gone.
Wish I was a better person with more control. Turn the other cheek when the punch comes roll. Wish I was the kind of person could see the other's pain. Not overreact, never judge, shrug off the spreading stain. But I'm a howling monkey, the road's half and half man. To stay on the trap, I walked up here and made a false plans. I'm damaged, and I like it. It made me what I am. I'm damaged, and I like it. The rest is just a sham. I'm damaged, and I like it. I live for rock and roll. I'm
what you did, no matter who you are. In the fading light from a middle-aged star, you've seen every blemish, every sign of age, and it's useless to whine, and it's useless to rage. In the cool green light of dawn, you can't lie to yourself anymore. In the cool green light of dawn, you can't hide the truth anymore. You can't lie to yourself anymore. In the cool green light of dawn, you can't hide the truth anymore. Hide the truth anymore. Hide the truth anymore.
Rains of fish and rains of frogs. Arias sung by mongrel dogs. Whispers from the desert stones. Divinations and lizard bones. Something beyond is reaching out to you. Something beyond is reaching out. That's that stretching two cigars. Angels buy drinks and skid row bars. Virgin Mary winks from the sky. Trees twist into secret signs. Something beyond is reaching out to you. Something beyond is reaching out. We think our lives are real. Amusement parks are business deals. Strangers still are empty lives. TV placing kids and wax. Lives consumed with soap-fed talk. Lives lived in fear. Taking a walk. Bizarre enough for me. Oh, the real world, bizarre enough for me. We're drifting in the waiting room. Call me real soon. World is living, guy is at hand. Hear her laughing in earthquake land. for me, live for me. Live twice as big, love twice as long, work twice as hard, play all of your cards. Live for me, live for me. Burn twice as bright, 3 times as long, but brother, don't do no one wrong. But funny would make it through the winter. I never really thought so myself. Dark spirit was always hovering nearer. I knew in my heart there was just no hell. When he called me to the bed, took my hand to say goodbye, said he wouldn't blame nobody, said he wouldn't ask the Lord why. When he passed on, a March wind blew. Sun drew away a veil of cloud. We buried him smiling, we buried him deep, and I could hear him saying right out loud, live for me, live for me. Live twice as big, love twice as long, work twice as hard, play all of your cards. Live for me, live for me. Burn twice as bright, 3 times as long, but brother, don't do no one wrong. Brother, don't do no one wrong. Maybe I'll see you again, baby, and maybe I won't. Maybe you bought your ticket, gone back to Detroit. Aeroplanes make strangers of us all. Give this distance much too easily. Jim says some destinies should not be delivered, but you and I see now, baby, still they are. Winning, it makes losers of us all, 'cause the dice roll much too easily. So I wrap myself in cities I travel, I wrap myself in dreams, I wrap myself in solitude, but I wish I could wrap myself in thee. Tonight is hot, without you tomorrow be cold. Winter will come along, driven by snow. Love, it makes strangers of us all. When we fall, oh so thoughtlessly. So I wrap myself in cities I travel, I wrap myself in dreams, I wrap myself in solitude, but I wish I could wrap myself in thee. Once we breathe the breath of sweet surrender, pure Arab air filled our atmosphere. But pride, it makes stars of us all, until we fall for everyone to see. So I wrap myself in cities I travel, I wrap myself in dreams, I wrap myself in strangers' arms, but I wish I could wrap myself in thee. So I wrap myself in cities I travel, I wrap myself in dreams, I wrap myself in solitude, but I wish I could wrap myself in thee. On the outside
dice and stacks. You ain't seen the last of me yet. I'll find you, baby, on that you can bet. I didn't mind the risk of a life of crime when I get out of here. Showtime. Showtime. 8 more years to do. I just finished 2, and these walls are a little bit tight. I'd rather be with you. The good behavior, and I'll get out on parole. Or maybe I'll bust out of here. I'm losing self-control. You ain't seen the last of me yet. I'll find you, baby, on that you can bet. I didn't mind the risk of a life of crime when I get out of here. Well, I was young and in love. I pulled the perfect crime. You blew the whistle on me, baby, and now I'm doing time. I guess you never loved me. You used me like a tool, and that guy out there with you must think that I'm a fool. You ain't seen the last of me yet. I'll find you, baby, on that you can bet. I didn't mind the risk of a life of crime when I get out of here. Showtime. 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 in alignment with the unknown zodiac, the untold sign of a fiery maniac. Within each breast awaits a stern, iridescent burden of a six-eyed god who wings beat in a time so odd, so very odd, and we're all lost. All of us blessedly lost forever. 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 time that the old gods return. Now is the time that water begins to burn. Now is the time that the apes take wing, and we recognize them from that offspring, and we realize it was a prophecy. We realize it was a prophecy. Yeah, the old gods laugh. It amuses them. The old gods laugh forever. Exactly when the world is not expecting it. Exactly when we're sure of ourselves. And that's exactly when the old gods return and sweep our cities. And sweep our cities back into hell. every stroke of her fingers an invitation. She said, I'd just like to be bad. First names only and one night stands. I'd just like to be bad. Forget the face, I want the hands. And I kept trying, whispering slow and special, something eternal and something essential. I don't give up, but I ain't a stalker. I guess I'm just an easy talker. She said, I'd just like to be bad. First names only and one night stands. I'd just like to be bad. Forget the face, I want the hand. And I made sure that I held her gaze, and I made sure she couldn't look away. And I put aside all those tired old lies. She read the truth, see it in my eyes. She said, I'd just like to be bad. First names only and one night stands. I'd just like to be bad. Forget the face, I want the hands. But only for you. I'd just like to be bad. But only for you. I'd just like to be bad. But only for you. I'd just like to be bad. I wanna be bad for you. I'd just like to be bad. I wanna be bad for you. I'd just like to be bad. I wanna be bad for you, bad. I'd just like to be bad. I wanna be bad for you. I'd just like to be bad. I wanna be for only you. I'd just like to be bad. darkness, out of the dust cloud. Follow the thread and trace your way free. Your father, your mother have bound you in darkness, have planted you sweetly and so far from me. They cannot abide me, your father and mother, but they cannot divide me from the one other than
that I have worn. And on the chain of thought is hung, there is a pain forever born that sings a song forever sung. The song is but a stone, stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of love. Beside a dome, and on the ledge, adventure's dance. There is an edge that is your home, and on the edge leads to romance. There is a voice without a sound, speaks in foolish rhyme. There is a choice that I have found between the fear and sacred time. The choice is but a stone, stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of
most people it ain't true. It's easy to talk about changing, easy following through. Once it starts, it has to finish. Once it rolls, it's gotta crash. You know it finds its limit today's heroes, tomorrow's trash. He never blinks, he never blinks. He doesn't care what you think, 'cause there's an eye in my hurricane. And there's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me, 'cause there's an eye to my hurricane. People fly around me like dead leaves in high wind. They stream down the choking streets and never quite reach the end. Sometimes I wear a buzzsaw, I wear like the hawk steel. Sometimes I ride my fatal flaw, blindfolded, do about feel. He never blinks, he never blinks. He doesn't care what you think, 'cause there's an eye in my hurricane. There's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me, 'cause there's an eye to my hurricane. Sometimes I wear a blue buzzsaw, I wear like the hawk steel. Sometimes I ride my fatal flaw, blindfolded, do about feel. He never blinks, he never blinks. He doesn't care what you think, 'cause there's an eye in my hurricane. There's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me, 'cause there's an eye to my hurricane. 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 When you're about to eat well, it's good to be angry when you're ready to yell. It's good to be angry. feel certain even when you're not right. Sweep back the curtain and let in some light. If there is any light, she calls me, she summons me with a purr, and no amount of crying will set me free from her, and only weeping, finding my way into feeling, only just being will free me from her. Sometimes I flew with Dispair, as if she were a lady, a pale black-haired lady, a cool and bloodless lady, yeah. Good to feel, good to feel, good to feel, damn good to feel, good to feel, good to feel, damn good to feel, good to feel, good to feel, damn good to feel, good to feel, it's good to feel, damn good to feel, damn good to feel.
There's a box in my head and inside is a box, and that box has another box within. There's a box in my skull, the skull is a box, and there's room for us both to go in. Yeah, a box in my head and inside is a box, another box within. There's a box in my skull, the skull is a box, and there's room for us both to go in. Into the cabinet that people call a skull. Is the glass half empty? Is the skull half full? Watch out for the mousetrap, careful of the hooks. Pull the box out carefully, hold your breath and look. Is it a disappointment to find another box? Don't you give up easily, you'll have to pick the lock. Open up enigmas, you find mysteries. There you'll find me when you reach eternity. 'Cause there's a box in my head and inside there's a box, and that box has another box with it. There's a box in my skull, the skull is a box, and there's room for us both to go in. Yeah, a box in my head and inside it's a box, another box with it. There's a box in my skull, the skull is a box, and there's room for us both to go in.
Scent of certainty fills the midnight air. I offer first taste to my love as is always. Tainted blood, she cries and dies, my whole world fades away. No one to wipe my bloody tears. The life we had for 200 years. Put a stake through my heart, throw me out of the light. Do whatever it takes to end this endless night without her. There's nothing for me. Make the sign of the cross, wrap me into the chains. Do whatever it takes to end my pain without her. Eternity is misery. Throughout the many years, our lives were oh so sweet, but this tainted blood has taken everything from me. No place for me within this world, the dance is done. No reason to remain, you were the only one. No one to wipe my bloody tears. The life we had for 200 years. Put a stake through my heart, throw me out of the light. Do whatever it takes to end this endless night without
watch it all burn. You'll never return. At the edge of the world, watch it all burn. Forget what you heard.
We're gonna watch it all burn.
At the edge of the world, to watch it all burn.
Into the world.
Never return.
Oh, you'll never return.
At the edge of the world, to watch it all burn.
Into the world.
What you heard.
We're gonna watch it all burn.
At the edge of the world, to watch it all burn.
Watch it all burn. You'll never, never, never return.
Edge of the world,
I want to believe.
edge of the world,
Burn.
edge of the world,
I wanna believe.
edge of the world. I remember the first time I saw you. I couldn't believe my own eyes. You were cold to the touch, but I needed you so much in my life. Oh, you showed me a world full of wonder. Your voice held all the answers I sought. When I lost my way, you never led me astray, and so I thought. And I think that nothing like me. And when I try to turn you off, you just remind me of the boss. And I cave. I'm a slave to the machine. You're the first thing I see every morning. Your soft glow bids me goodnight. You sing to me, and in darkness you bring me the light. Oh, you send a little chill through my body, just to remind me you're there. If I left you behind, the would move mountains to find you anywhere. Take a look around and everybody's looking down. And I think that nothing like me. And when I try to turn you off, you just remind me you're the boss. And I cave. I'm a slave to the machine. Now we're living the dream. Eyes never leaving the screen. Fly away in the stream. To the machine. Woo! 'cause you're working for the train. Train, feel it dang, feel like me, dang you do. Feel like me, dang, train true. I started working for the train when I was looking for you. Yeah, I started working for the train, feel it dang, feel like me, dang you do. Feel like me, dang, train true. I started working for the train and now I finally found you. Yeah, I finally found you. Yeah, I finally found you. Yeah, I finally found you. Woo! I finally found you. Well, she weren't so little, and she wasn't really nice. No, we all thought she was a goner till she was sighted once or twice. Pretty as a picture, but the picture finally cracked. Yeah. Oh well, got dead and buried. Now she come a crawling back. Cecilia, I never dug your trip. Cecilia, is that a vapor on your lip? You know, it's time you face the news. Blessed lady, nobody ever dug your blues. Back, you step the cracks. Click, clack, my God, she's back on track. See, watch your paint us black. All the time you stamped out back and that's a fact. Woo! How she ever got a sainthood kinda never made no sense. There were 2 strikes in her favor, 88 strikes against. Spotted her credentials, cause the Lennie can't hear with the boys. Yeah, she said she heard sweet, sweet music, but all she was hearing was noise. Cecilia, I never dug your trip. Cecilia, is that a vapor on your lip? You know, it's time you face the news. his son and his sons and the young ones of the Florida man. 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 Down at the mall where the boys crawl, Ted makes love to a concrete wall. His brother Ray said his uncle Ned found Elvis in a loaf of bread. High on meth, there's a little bit. The neighbor's cat is on the red. Dan dreams he's got red wings of fire. He's wigging and shaking on the power wire. Florida man. Florida man. He's cursed. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. Slim sees his face on a moonlit wave. He grabs a shovel and digs his own grave. Lee hates plate glass, he drives right through it. Said Alice's caterpillar made him do it. I'm lying the nurse, snatches a purse and drives down the freeway in reverse. Phil asks the cops to test his drugs. After they find him hiding under a rug. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. He's cursed. Florida man. Florida man. Florida man. Don't you laugh, it could be you. The Florida curse always comes true. You can cheer, but you don't understand. Any fragile soul can be a Florida man.
I walked a path of darkness just to open up my mind. I've learned of hidden secrets scattered through the depths of time. And at my father's side, I witnessed things I can't describe. They must be evil! The people cried. So when the prince went missing and the mob was at our door, the king would not see reason, only vengeance, only war. My father's neck held in his grip until he was no more. But the prince was still alive, and I said, may never a noble of your murderous line. final king's obsession to escape impending doom reached beneath the castle walls where he chanced upon a room. And there he found his enemy, the man who cheated death. And I said, with my last breath, it was I, the alchemist, creator of your fears. It was I, the sorcerer, I've waited all these years. And when you pass, you'll be the last, a victim of your life. Your life was a prison of my design. 'Cause I'm the alchemist, I've lived a dozen lives. I'm the sorcerer, the face of your demise. And from these walls I made you all believe this curse of mine. The engineer of all you fear, the terror in your mind. I've sacrificed eternal life for justice, for the crime. Our lives were a prison of my design.
wasn't that much of a fight. It wasn't anybody's night. It wasn't that much of a fight. That's right. No one heard the bell. There's no story to tell. No one reached into his boot for a still every night. Nobody's felt. It was born himself. It wasn't that much of a fight. It wasn't that much of a fight. Nobody went to the light. It wasn't that much of a fight. That's right. No jar timber smoking, no bottles broken. Nobody running to the glove box for the stolen gun. No dirty deeds done, just wasn't that fun. No blood was spilled, nobody got killed. No heavy words that could not be taken back. No one at the helm, everyone underwhelmed. It wasn't that much of a fight. Every stone unturned, every bridge unburned, every lesson unlearned. No blood was spilled, nobody got killed. No one lurking in the shadows with bad ever since the dawn of creation, and ever since the dawn of time. The man has had to have the woman. Where's the crime? Where's the crime? Where's the crime? the sun refused to shine. People tell me there ain't no use in lying. My little girl, you're so young and pretty, and one thing I know is true: you'll be dead before your time is through. Yes, you will. See, my daddy and baby's dying. Noah's hair is turning gray. He's been working and slaving his life away. Yeah, we gotta work, everybody. Work every day. Gotta work. We gotta work, 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 work. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. My little girl, you're so young and pretty, and one thing I know is true: you'll be dead before your time is through. See, my daddy and baby's dying. Noah's hair is turning gray. He's been working and slaving his life away. Yeah, we gotta work. Work every day.
Well, you see, it was very late at night. I was just about thinking about going home. After all, I didn't have many people coming in to see me too often. So there's not much call for private detectives in this town anymore. Occasional divorce case, and maybe somebody want me to cover up for some blackmail or something, but it's just about to get up from my desk when all of a sudden, into my office walked the hottest girl I ever did see. She struck me like a match. I mean, this girl was hot. There had to be a catch. I gave it my best shot. Her eyes cool and hard got me talking fast. No, it won't take long to have this case wrapped up. I didn't know, but I fell in love. I only knew that she was worth taking a chance on. Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. She said it was desperation that made it come to me. I said my compensation would be to set her free. She had to have a man stay both day and night. She put a treasure in my hands, and then I held her life. I didn't know, but I fell in love. I only knew that she was worth taking a chance on. Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. Oh, play that. All of a sudden the lights went out. I couldn't see her, but I heard her shout. Then in the dark, there came a shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. I didn't know, but I lost my love. I only knew that she was worth taking a chance on. Shut the door, 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 shut the door.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love was more than just holding hands. If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you will love me more than her. If I trust in you, oh please don't run and hide. If I love you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like her. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns